Let's be honest. When you're working from home, especially if you've got kids, pets, or a kitchen table doubling as your office, it's really easy to show up on Zoom feeling less than your best. Hair's a little wild, camera's a little dark, and somehow your background looks more mid-morning mayhem than meeting ready. But here's the truth. How you show up on camera shapes how people see you and whether they trust you, listen to you, or take the next step with you. Because when you look and feel like a leader, people respond to you differently. They trust you more. They take you seriously. And if you're building a business, that trust matters. In this video, I'm sharing simple, proven tips to help you show up more professionally on Zoom, even if you're working from a corner of your living room. I'll show you exactly how to upgrade your Zoom presence with simple settings, subtle workspace tweaks, and a few mindset shifts that help you lead with confidence even in a virtual world. But before we dive in, let's zoom out for a second and talk about why this matters so much. If you're a coach, course creator, or service-based entrepreneur, your business is built on trust. And trust starts with your presence. If your camera's off, your lighting's harsh, or your background's chaotic, your message might still be brilliant, but the connection gets lost. And in a distracted digital world, that can cost you. Now, here's the good news. You don't need expensive gear or a picture-perfect office, just a few intentional tweaks that help you show up the way you want to be seen. And speaking of studios, let's talk about what you're seeing behind me. This space didn't come together overnight. It's a YouTube studio I've built out over the years. But when I started, I was sitting on my couch in my living room. No fancy gear, no studio lighting, just a webcam, a window, and a message I believed in. So if you're thinking, I don't have the space or gear to look professional on Zoom, trust me, you can still show up with confidence and credibility right where you are. You don't need a styled set, just a background that's clean, calm, and free of distractions. Even a blank wall and a houseplant can do the trick. Add a piece of art that reflects your style or a framed quote that feels meaningful. And you've got a background that quietly says, I'm here to lead. One tip I share with my students, if you're working with framed prints and using lights, glare can sneak in. I found that removing the glass from larger frames and backing the print with poster board helps a lot. That way the focus stays on you, not the reflection behind you. It's never about being perfect. It's about creating an environment that lets your message shine through. So in the rest of this video, I'll walk you through 4 practical and affordable ways to instantly look more professional on Zoom. Because in 2025, Zoom isn't just where meetings happen, it's your personal brand in motion. It's how potential clients see you. It's how partners remember you. And it's often your very first impression. So let's make it a great one. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, founder of Live Your Message. I've helped over 18,000 purpose-driven entrepreneurs build businesses that are aligned, authentic, and profitable. In this channel, it's packed with tutorials, strategies, and behind-the-scenes insights to help you create and grow a business you love without burning out or selling out. So if that's what you're here for, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right, let's get to it. Tip number 1, natural lighting is your best friend. Lighting is everything when it comes to showing up with presence and polish on Zoom. You could be wearing your favorite top and have your hair styled just right, but if your lighting is off, that's the first thing people notice. Now, natural light is almost always the best option. It's free, flattering, and forgiving. If you can, position yourself facing a window. That one shift can completely transform how you come across on camera. Now, if the sun tends to hit your space a little too directly, here's an easy fix. Hang a sheer curtain or even a thin white sheet to diffuse the light. It softens harsh shadows and keeps you from getting washed out. And if natural light isn't an option, don't worry. A clip-on ring light, a soft LED panel, or a simple desktop lamp can work wonders. You don't need to spend a fortune, you just want something soft, balanced, and aimed from the front or slightly off-center. If you don't have access to natural light, or your space doesn't face a window, that's okay too. There are plenty of lighting options that won't break the bank. A clip-on ring light for your laptop, A small desktop panel light, or even a portable light with adjustable settings can make a huge difference. And a quick note for glasses wearers: glare is real. Try positioning your lights on either side of your camera, not directly in front. That small tweak keeps reflections in check without sacrificing brightness. These small tweaks go a long way. And when you feel good about how you look, you show up with more confidence. And when you show up with more confidence, people trust you faster, which is the first step to building momentum in your business. Because when your environment supports you, it helps your message land with more clarity and power. Tip number 2, backgrounds matter more than you think. Let's talk about what's behind you, your background. You don't need an Instagram-worthy office, but you do want a space that feels clean, calm, and distraction-free. Because here's the thing, your background says something about your brand, and if there's clutter or chaos behind you, that's what your view is thinking about, not your message, not your offer, just the laundry mountain in the corner. And yes, virtual backgrounds might seem like a quick fix, but most of the time, they're more of a distraction than a solution. The edges are glitchy, the images are cheesy, and let's be real, we all know you're not zooming in from a spaceship or a beach in Bora Bora. Instead, go with something real, something grounded, something that supports you. A blank wall, a tidy bookshelf, a plant in a corner like this one over here, a framed quote or piece of art you love. You don't need much, just something that feels calm and intentional. And if you must use a virtual background, here's how to do it well. First, blur your real background if your space is neutral enough. This is built right into Zoom, and it's a subtle upgrade that keeps the focus on you. Second, if you're using a custom background, upload something clean and professional, a minimal office setting, a well-styled shelf, even a cozy reading nook. Keep it believable and brand aligned. And third, consider a portable green screen that attaches to your chair. That will eliminate the glitchy outline effect and give your background a more polished feel. Here's something I tell my students all the time. Tidy the space behind you, remove distractions, add a little personality, because this isn't about creating a set, it's about creating an environment that reflects your presence, your leadership, and your message. Tip number 3, if they can't hear you, nothing else matters. So let's talk about something that's so simple and yet so often overlooked: your audio. Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter how powerful your message is if no one can hear you clearly. You could be sharing life-changing insights, but if there's background noise, muffled sound, with threaded Zoom distortion, people will tune out fast. The good news? This is one of the easiest things to fix. Start by choosing a quiet space. I know that's not always simple, especially if you're working from home with kids, pets, or partners zooming 2 feet away from you. But do what you can to minimize distractions. Shut the door, put your phone on silent, let the people around you know you'll be on a call. Then, mute yourself when you're not speaking. It might seem like a small detail, but it goes a long way in helping you come across as thoughtful, present, and professional. Want to take it a step further? Invest in a simple external mic. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. There are solid plug-and-play options for under $40 that will instantly improve how you sound. Or try wireless earbuds with a built-in mic. Just make sure your Bluetooth connection is stable and your audio is coming through clearly. Because here's the truth, when people can hear you clearly, they trust you more. They stay engaged. They're more likely to believe in what you're saying and take action on it. So don't let fuzzy audio break the connection. Set yourself up to sound as confident and professional as you actually are. Tip number 4, your camera angle is sending a message. Make sure it's the right one. Let's talk about something that's easy to miss, but makes a huge difference. Your camera angle. You want your camera at eye level, not looking up your nose, not hovering above your forehead, just straight ahead so it feels like a real face-to-face conversation. Stack some books, grab a $20 laptop stand, adjust your webcam. It doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to work. And here's a pro move. Place your zoom window as close to your camera lens as possible. That way, even when you're looking at your screen, it still feels like eye contact on their end. Because when someone feels like you're looking at them, not past them, not above them, they trust you more. They stay engaged. They remember what you said and how you made them feel. That one simple shift, it instantly helps you show up with more presence, polish, and confidence. And in this world of online meetings and virtual first impressions, connection is everything. Tip number 5, wear what supports your confidence. You don't need to dress up for Zoom, but what you wear does set the tone. Think of it like this. Your clothes are part of your communication. They help signal your energy, your presence, and your readiness to lead. So choose something that makes you feel pulled together. Solid colors like this tend to look best on camera. Skip the busy patterns and anything overly reflective that competes for attention. And yes, even if they're only seeing your top half, getting fully dressed shifts how you show up. Because when you feel confident, it shows in everything you say and do. What you wear might seem small, especially if you're working from home, but your clothes communicate just as much as your words do. They set the tone for your energy, your presence, and how seriously people take you. So no, you don't need to dress up in a full suit to show up with authority, but you do want to wear something that supports how you want to feel and lead. For women, that might be a blouse, a blazer, or your favorite statement sweater. For men, skip the suit, but go for a clean collared shirt, maybe a vest or a sweater layered on top. Either way, keep it simple, polished, and true to you. And remember this, the camera picks up more than you think. So be intentional about color and texture. Solid tones tend to look best. Avoid bright white or pure black. They mess with your lighting and contrast. Busy patterns that distract the eye, anything overly shiny or reflective. Stick to neutrals, pastels, or colors that are soft and easy on the eyes. You may also want to go vivid, but when you feel pulled together, that confidence shows up in everything you say and do. And finally, tip number 6, test everything in advance. And this one's easy to overlook, but it's such a lifesaver. Before any important call, take 2 minutes to test your setup. Open a Zoom window, hit record, check your lighting, your camera angle, your mic. Look at how you're framed on screen. Listen to your audio. You don't want to realize your mic is glitchy or your camera's pointing at your ceiling after you've already hit admit on a client or sales call. That tiny bit of prep work pays off in a big way because it helps you step into the call feeling clear, calm, and ready to lead. Now, Zoom has a few built-in tools that can instantly elevate how you look, sound, and show up on screen if you know where to find them. Here are my 6 go-to Zoom settings. Touch Up My Appearance adds a subtle polish so you look fresh without filters. You'll find this under Settings, Video. Adjust for low light. This brightens your video automatically when the lighting isn't ideal. Suppress background noise. Blocks distractions like typing or fan noise. That's under Settings, Audio. Enable HD gives you crisper video if your internet can handle it. Hide non-video participants cleans up your layout by removing black boxes. Blur background, a fast fix if your space is a little messy and you need to hop on a call. Now, let's talk about how you feel on camera, because confidence, more than any setting or tool, is your best outfit on Zoom. Here are a few simple ways to step into your presence. Prepare before the call. Take 3 minutes to breathe, ground yourself, and set your intention. Use your hands. Natural gestures convey clarity and energy. Just avoid fidgeting or overusing them like this. Look into the lens when you speak. That's what creates the feeling of eye contact through the screen. Smile, not forced or fake, just warm, grounded, and present. Own the space. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up with intention. And remember, Zoom calls aren't just meetings anymore. They're part of your brand. They're how people experience you. These tweaks might seem small, but they have a big impact on how you're perceived and how you feel when you show up. And as you can see, none of this requires a huge investment, just a little intentionality, because how you show up online is just as important as how you show up in person. And when you align your presence with your message, people feel it. Now that you're showing up with confidence and credibility, isn't it time to start tuning that into real revenue? I've got something you're gonna love. It's called the 6 Essential Skills for Online Business Success. where you'll learn why starting with a simple $97 offer is your secret weapon for building confidence and gaining momentum, even if you're just getting started. How to tap into your hidden Rolodex and turn casual conversations into business opportunities without feeling pushy or salesy. The step-by-step system for mastering the 6 essential skills that separate struggling entrepreneurs from thriving business owners. This is the information I wish I had when I was starting out, and it's completely free. You'll find the link below. Go ahead and download your copy now. I'm Marisa, and I'll see you in the next video.